Good morning or evening, friends. This is JP with Bamarai Gaming, and I wanted to talk a little bit about um, Fatal Fury. Go out for a second, for just a second, because we're waiting on this match, and the match just ain't started. The match ain't matching, baby. So I just want to talk about the game as a whole, because I said I was going to come back and make a video about it. I never did, and now I'm going to. Because I have played episodes of Southtown a couple times through. I've played the arcade, played a couple different things, and it's nice. So let's talk about the game as a package. Number one, the modes are scant. There are only really 3. Right? There's special versus, which lets you change some stuff, but not, it's nothing that you couldn't do in Super Street Fighter 2. Classic versus is regular stuff. Tutorial is very scant, and it teaches you the mechanics of the game, but it doesn't really, it's not really great in teaching you what to use, how it's important, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, and it's kind of dry. So I don't know that a lot of people are going to get into the game because of that, or have gotten into the game because of that. Because the onboarding is very dry. The missions are fun. I think I've gotten all the missions done with everybody. Nope. Oh no, they added some more. There was 8 with everybody, and now there's 13 with everybody. Interesting. Oh no. Is it just the... I think the other ones are the smart combos, and start with smart combos. They're silly to me. But you also get survival and time attack, and if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I am not. This is not much more than what you got from Street Fighter V. Everybody said Street Fighter V was a terrible offline experience, and that's why it was so rough at the beginning. It is what it is. I do like the color edit. I think color edit is great. I think more games should do that, but they're not going to do that because they want to sell you skins. This allows you to change a lot of different aspects of the characters. You make them look pretty different. You can do all kinds of fun things with them. And give your character a little more flair and personality when they get out there to fight. You know what I mean? Which I think is great. I think more games should do stuff like this. I don't expect them to because I know they want money, just like everybody else wants money. That's not terrible. But even if that's the case, I do think this is a neat addition to the game because it allows you to go in. I don't think there's any character that I have played with a pretty good bit that I have not gone into character edit, color edit for. And the only reason I didn't with, like, when I was playing C. Ronaldo, that's right, I played C. Ronaldo because I think he's a fun character. Even with that, you can't do color with him, so it doesn't matter. He also doesn't have a story mode, so why is he in the game? If you want to put him in the game, put him in the game completely. Don't have to do it. He's got to be a character in the game, or he doesn't need to be in the game. That's simple. And you can swap him out for just, Soccer McSoccer Man and add all that stuff to it. But I don't like that he's in the game, but he gets special treatment. I don't like that. Anyway, moving on behind that, I do like Salvador Ganacci. I like the moveset for Cristiano Ronaldo. I understand that people don't normally like that. If you don't like that, that's fine. If you don't like him as a person, that is fine. I don't think that necessarily changes the character in the game, but I also understand that that's enough for people to not want to play. A lot of people steered away because of those guest characters. I think it's weird to not play because of the guest characters. Because what most people are saying is if you had left them out, the game would be perfect. Well, that's dumb. I don't mean to be rude, but that's kind of dumb. If you said, I'm going to play this game, oh wait, there's a choice in this game that I don't have to do, but somebody else might do it, I'm not playing. I think that's dumb. But it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. This is episode of Southtown. It allows you to go in and play a couple of matches. They give you a little bit of storyline. Each character has their own little individual story. Stories vary from kind of serious stuff to kind of off-the-wall stuff, much like the arcade story itself. A lot of characters have ridiculous arcade stories. Some characters have very good arcade stories. It's hard to tell which one you're gonna get. You just kind of got to get what you're gonna get. The problem with this is it's not engaging, and it feels very grungy. feels super grindy to play episodes of Southtown. And each time, while the story is different, the actual gameplay experience is the exact same. And there's no real reason to continue playing other than to say, I've kept playing. To me, at least. Every now and again, you get a cool match like this one. I wish they had more types of cool matches as opposed to just this one. The one that they do is what they call Reckless Roulette. Reckless Roulette is fine, or Robust Roulette, or whatever. Basically, you can hit this guy all day long, and it won't do anything to him until you get one hit in, and that hit will take off all of his damage. You don't know. I think it's like a 1 in... It depends on which one you're doing. There's like a 1 in 64 chance of each hit, which means you can do this 100 times and not get the hit, or you can do this one time and get the hit right away, and you have no control over it whatsoever.
You're good.
And there's nothing you can do. And I know you're saying, well, you didn't play that right. Okay, I have played it right. And even when you do play it right, you still can sometimes lose because all it takes for them to do is wear you down. Whereas on the other hand, you actually have to keep trying. You can't get a timeout or anything like that. Some of them are timeout matches, just like that, right? Why did that win? Why did that win? Because it rolled the random number generator and it hit kill. But you can do this again. What's this? Yearning for secrets.
I must be a master worthy of my pupil.
The secret stages are fun, are neat the first time, but then feel arduous. What the secret stages do, when you play, you'll go over like some random part of the map, your controller will vibrate, and a stage can pop up there, and you can start playing from there. It just is what it is. It's neat, but it's not really anything. Now, one of the cool things about it is, when you are playing episodes of Southtown, it's a lot of voice stuff. Like, there's a lot of vocal work in there, and the voice actors do a pretty decent job, so shout out to that. But there's also these little secret things, you know what I mean, where it's just hey, I just typed in some notes here, and it's cool, right? It's cool because it's stuff that they didn't have to do. It's lore they didn't have to do. It's funny little things they put in for each character and old stages and that kind of stuff. Like a love letter to Fatal Fury. The problem is, it's all reading, and it's kind of weird to play a what do you want to call it? A visual medium like this game, and to play it in such a way that you have to read so much for it. Like, I've seen some games where you have to do the reading instead of the vocal work, and like I said, this one does have some pretty good vocal work, but you really don't know what you're gonna get. Some days you get some vocal work, some days you don't. Now that being said, one of the coolest parts about this game, thank goodness, is the game itself. The combat system is great. I love this break stuff. Well, let me take it back. I really like this break stuff. I like that it makes you feel like you have some agency in the way you play. I like that it makes you feel like they hadn't forgot about, some fun value in it. I like that you can go rev into rev into rev, rev, all those kind of cool things until you overheat. I like that. Is it overdrive or overheat? Yeah, until you overheat. I like that there's a punishment when you overheat. I like all this stuff. There's a risk and reward for everything, and I think it's great. I also think this game caters to the fighting game crowd. For example, because it is a little difficult to do some of your higher, more advanced combos. So, for example, this 4, 5. If you get it at a +6, you can combo into standing heavy punch, right? So if you are are the type to kind of lab it and tinker with the timing, you can grab. Nope. If I can do it. I've been working on this and I'm that was the one. There you go. You can grab all kinds of fun stuff like that. You know what I mean? Oh, SPQ's the bike. That's why it's not working. Okay. But I like the idea that being more technical is actually a little more rewarding. As opposed to, I mean, you can always just run up and do this every time. You know. But you can also actually get into the game. Now that being said, I'm awful. I'm awful at this game. I've been trying my best to get better. I'm awful at it. So when you see me in rookie rank, don't say anything. Mind your business. Mind your business. But I do enjoy playing it. I enjoy sitting in the lab. Like I'll sit in the lab for an hour just playing around with combos and routes and trying to see what I can do with it.
Try to keep up, all right?
I think I played this guy earlier today.
Get ready, fight!
Not bad. Oh yeah, he had a bad connection. Or we had a bad connection. He likes to do that. Nope. Oh, he's gonna do it again? Oh, nope. That sucks. Don't crowd me. Oh, you can crowd me. You can crowd me. Good job. My turn. Oh, it should have worked. Yep, smart boy. It didn't work twice. That's when I should be using my rev guard. I don't use my mechanics like I should in this game. And that puts me in a bad situation. I don't want to lose to him. Look at his pants. He looks ridiculous.
Get ready, fight!
I'm gonna start doing my kick because I am failing at my grab. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. Like, even there, the potential to get a just defend. You can just defend and then use a special move out of your just defend to do an attack. I think that's an amazing thing you can do in this game. I think it's great. That said, it's technical and you gotta know what you're doing, and oftentimes I don't. Back up. Yeah, you do like that, don't you? Now, I don't like that button. I feel like they made that really too strong. The rev blow. Back up ultimate. Because look at how many hits did that tank, right? It becomes just a do it button, you know. Guess I should have done super there. Got him. Oh no! See what I'm saying? The rev blow becomes kind of a do it button because it has hits of armor that do not break. So if I do like a 15 hit move that's not a super, it does not break the armor and he gets to tank it all and come out scot-free. That sucks.
Get off me!
Whoops.
You're mine!
That wasn't gonna work anyway. Uh-oh. That sucks.
You're mine! Double Repluken! And you're ready! You're good! And Luken!
That sucks.
What are you done?
Got him!
No escape! I have you now! Wait!
Okay.
Right!
I feel like there's so much effort I have to put into this thing. Just to be awful. I have to try so hard just to be awful.
Get ready. Fight.
Catch.
You're mine!
Catch again. Catch.
You're mine!
Catch. Watch me.
You're mine!
Catch again. Uh-oh.
Punch.
Back up off me.
What have you done? Yeah! Double Repluken! Here it is! Shuriken! Omnikin! Yeah! Here it is! Yeah!
Back up off me.
What have you done? Omnikin! Whoops!
That was stupid of me.
Good! Gotta counterattack! You're mine!
Oh no, I wanted my super!
You're good!
That was supposed to be uppercut break. That may have won me the game if I'd gotten it, but I didn't get it. Anyway, this is the kind of thing I enjoy. I think the game is a lot of fun to play, even though I'm bad. And I think that says a lot. A lot of times when you don't like a game, people assume that you're just not good at it, and that's why you don't like it. I am not good at this game, and I love it. I love it a lot. But if I'm to be completely honest with you, this feels like a budget title. This does not feel like a fully fleshed out game. And I don't think it is, right? Game card. Real game details. That might cut me off of what you call it. I can't get to it now. Here we go. Show in store. Yeah, I mean, with the season pass, it's a regular price game. You're looking at about a regular price game for really budget content. Now that being said, I understand it is expensive to get your animators to work on this. The sprites look great. I understand that it's expensive to get voice actors. That works really well. But the content of the game feels so bare bones that, and unfortunately, your advertising has been so over the top that it feels like all of the money that you could have used into making this game a little more fleshed out went into other parts of the game, went into your advertisement instead. Even your big tournament that you're pushing, where all this money's coming out, that is great, and I think you're going to get some people play, and I think it's going to be great, but I don't think it's going to be good for the long-term health of this game, because in long-term health of this game, you need new players, and I think the difficulty level of this game is too steep, and the onboarding is too clunky, and the single player experience is too sparse for people to jump into this game and stick with it. Now, if you got a lot of people who jumped in early, they might come back when you start getting characters in, but even the characters you picked, like, I like Andy. I think Andy's cool. I don't think you're going to get a lot of Street Fighter crossover with Ken and Chun-Li. I just don't. I think that they're good choices, but I don't think you're going to get the crossover that you're really looking for with that. Just because, again, there's a lot of new players coming in, but this does not mean the game is going to be easy for those new players to pick up. And if they're having an experience like I'm having this experience, most of them would quit. I don't, because I really like fighting games. But a lot of people would quit if they had, this kind of same experience. So if that's the case and you're not getting people to continue to come into your game or continue to play your game, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're doing a lot of work for nothing. So I'm excited to see what they do next, but I am cautiously pessimistic that the way they've kind of handled everything so far has been so much into the, basically, we got money, watch what we do with it. Like, oh, look, we got IShowSpeed on a commercial. Oh, look, we got Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, look, we got Salvatore Ganacci. Yeah, look what we did. Look at all this kind of stuff, man. This is great. And I don't think that's good for the lifeblood of the game. That's ways to get sales. You have to, that's great if you're going to get sales, but you have to have a hook in this game to keep them there. And Episodes of Southtown is not it. Like, as a comparison, Street Fighter 6 has their World Tour mode. Mortal Kombat had their, Domination or Dominion mode. And this Episode of Southtown is Fatal Furies. Episode of Southtown is graphically the worst of all three of those. It is absolutely the worst of all three of those. In addition, it has better, I won't say better, but it has secrets that are on par with Mortal Kombat, where you can get like all these little conversations and stuff. You don't get in-game stuff, but you get these conversations and lore and art and all that kind of stuff. And that's great. That is amazing. I like it. But not everybody's going to want to play a glorified board game for that. And all of them basically do the same thing. It's just that Street Fighter is the most graphically interesting because you're actually in control of a character in the world. You get to go up to random people and punch them in the face and then start a fight, You don't get that in any of the other games. And essentially what you get is walk up to this node, press this button, play this fight, walk up to the next node, press this button, play this fight, walk up to the next node. And that only goes so far. So I would like to see them do a little bit more. Or hide something a little more worthwhile in Episodes of Southtown. I hope they do give us a nice little boss rush or something like that. I think that would be a cool thing to add in there. Especially with this game, because with King of Fighters, they put in the boss rush, but a lot of people were saying it was too easy, myself included. I would like to see it in this game because I think this game is more difficult to play. So I think it'd be a little more interesting to have that Fatal Fury boss mode, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's me pronouncing doom and gloom upon this game. I didn't mean to pronounce doom and gloom on this. Oh, there's no background music. I'll have to add some background music. How long is this? Hope it's not super long. Is it 30 minutes? Ugh, so much time. Anyway, thanks so much. I really do appreciate you guys sticking with me. If you watched this far, feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If you did get this far, please let me know what you think about the game. Do you think it feels like a budget title as well? Do you think it's a little bit stronger than that? How do you feel about it? Or are you just thinking I'm way off base here? If you think I'm way off base, that is perfectly fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's just kind of how I felt playing this game. And it is what it is. I'm not even worried about the sales because, again, the people who want to play it are going to play it. But I do think if you're looking for the long-term longevity, because they said they want to bring back all these characters and do all this cool stuff, I don't think you're going to have a lot of longevity if you don't have new players, and you're not going to have new players if what you bring to the table is kind of sparse. So, especially outside of the way of fighting games, because there aren't a lot of fighting games players out there anyway. We are, the FGC is a strong community, but it is nowhere near the most robust community, and I don't think this is going to necessarily grab anybody out there like that. Excuse me. Either way, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.